available in 1789. That's their way of answering the question whether courts today are able to issue these sorts of injunctions, by asking whether courts were doing something like it 245 years ago. It's
when there were only 13 colonies?
Sorry, so my follow-up question then is, that means, sorry, because I can't leave the room move on until I understand this, is that, so, and unless you were named in a class action suit specifically that's already been filed in whatever 28-something or 20-something states, you're not covered by whatever that decision is. And on any other issue, so this, is it true that this ruling that they made could be extrapolated to all sorts of other issues and not just birthright citizenship, because they left it so vague?
No, it's not that they left it vague. The opinion isn't about birthright citizenship. The opinion is about nationwide injunctions. So
on any issue, right? It's not tied to
Absolutely.
And how do we get a class action suit for everyone in the country against, here's the big idea of the day, the big bet. Get some billionaire to file a class action suit.
You don't need a billionaire, but again, I
think the attorney generals of the blue states might be doing.
And we don't get so into the weeds here. Sorry, Ben, because I don't want to turn this into Supreme Court.
No, it's okay. This is good.
But it's not so simple in terms of, just a class action of everybody in the country, because the rules for class actions require that all of the plaintiffs be similarly situated. And there could be arguments, I'm not saying they're good arguments, but there could be arguments that you can't simply say, look, this is just for everyone who has birthright citizenship or is born later and has birthright citizenship, because there may be different factual settings under which they obtained birthright citizenship. And I could easily see arguments about, but there's one class of people who were born here with parents who were here illegally, people who were born somewhere else with parents, there's more than one category of birthright citizens. So, but it is true, to give some good news, class actions are a partial remedy to this problem, right? That the court is in effect funneling these kinds of cases into a class action silo, but that has its own difficulties, and it is certainly